guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another speed build. Today I am back with a starter home in the world of Glimmerbrook, so this is going to be perfect for your spellcasters. If you have a single sim, you start off with 20,000 simoleons, and this house is just under that. So you could actually have 1 or 2 sims in this house because I do have a double bed, but it's under the 1 sim starter house price. So this comes in at 19,919 simoleons, so you're going to be kind of poor for a little while if you move into this house, but you can move right in. And the exciting thing about it is it's also just base game and Realm of Magic. I'm really shocked I haven't done this yet, considering how long this pack has been out, but I'm glad to finally do it. And of course, in a starter home form, it's just super accessible no matter what, and it was so fun to do. I've been really enjoying the limited pack builds lately. There's been, 3 on the channel this week? This is the 3rd one, I think. And I don't know, the limitations sometimes are really fun. Sometimes I'm just like, I want to build using every possible object. I'm going to use 1 item from this pack and 1 from this pack and 1 from that. But other times it's like really fun to just only have specific items to use, because you might use some stuff you don't typically use. Like I used in my Strangerville tiny house earlier this week, there was some artwork I wouldn't normally put in a build. But since I only had that pack, I was like, ooh, I like that. And it's just a little bit of fun. And so this ends up being a fully functional house. It has 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, kitchen, living, no proper dining. I believe I put a picnic table out back though, so you could definitely eat out there, but you'll probably just want to eat on the couch anyway. And it has a cauldron. It has absolutely everything you need, and it's under 20,000 simoleons and only uses base game and Realm of Magic. And I'm super proud of that because honestly, the show live edit objects cheat is what helps so much with these builds, because I used to struggle trying to make them look nice on the outside when they were starter homes. But now that we have all these free plants, I'm just like, yay! I'm like doing this weird like flailing arm dance you can't see right now, but I'm like super excited about it because I really didn't like that about starter homes in the past, because I've talked about this before. I mean, I like every aspect of building, but my favorite is the exterior, and I love landscaping. So when I could make a house look nice on the outside, I would do that, and then there'd be like nothing inside. So that was a little frustrating. But now I can do both. I mean, it's not as decorated as I would have done it if I didn't give myself a budget, but it's way more decorated than it would have been before we got that cheat. But now we're working on the floor plan. I fiddled with this for a little while. I think it ends up actually being exactly what I started off with, but I wasn't sure about it. And so I tried a couple different things. I was trying to figure out how to fit a bedroom and a bathroom on this side of the build. But the first thing I had, I think, is what we ended up going with. So right there. But I don't actually use that bed that came with Realm of Magic. It was too big and too expensive, and I was trying to make this a starter home. I just feel like it's too grand of a bed to be put in such a small space. I think it's a gorgeous bed though. And now we're trying to figure out where the kitchen is going to go. And it does go in this back corner, but I keep it a little bit more open than that. You'll see in a little while. And there ends up being some half walls so you can see into the kitchen. And I think it's just kind of cozy. And there is some open space that doesn't have much in it that you could definitely decorate as you get more money and feel like renovating the house. But I wanted it to just have all of the necessities and a little bit of decoration here and there as we could afford it. So that's what the floor plan is going to be. And now we're going to go look at plants for outside, because that's my favorite part. I really wanted to use this plant, which we do out here, but it's really frustrating that the footprint of it is so big, so you can't place it too close to the lot. And I know I could have put the foundation down, put the plant closer, and then raised it back up. But I was like, it's just for this one little plant, and I want to replace the stairs. When I'm doing a ton of landscaping, I do that often, but I didn't really want it for this. But those mushrooms are so pretty in this world. I feel like they only make sense in a magical world unless you scale them down very little. I could see them maybe working elsewhere, but I think they're really pretty, and so I enjoyed adding those. And then we're trying to figure out what other trees we should put out back. Did I actually put ones that cost money? I think I thought about it and I was like, nah, this is a starter home. We need free landscaping. I don't want to pay a couple $100s for a tree. So that's definitely the way to go. And I used this tree. Oh my gosh, I love this tree. It shows up in the catalog so tiny, and I've never used it, but I thought it worked out perfectly here. It was really pretty. It has these gorgeous purple flowers hanging down, and it fit the color scheme I was going for. Also, I got to use the stained glass windows in this build in that yellow tone, which I haven't used yet. And I think they're so pretty. I feel like I just go for the either like plain ones or the ones with the purple in them, like the moons and stuff. But it was really nice to use these yellow ones. It's just a pretty color. I love the stained glass that came with this build, with this pack. And I definitely want to use more of it because it's just really, really pretty. But we're just figuring out how we want to paint this house. It ends up being like this beigey yellow color and brown throughout, as I'm sure you saw in the fly-in shot and in the thumbnail. I thought adding yellow to kind of go with the yellow in the windows would work pretty well, but I didn't want to use that super vibrant yellow that we got with an update months ago. I think we got it like right before Island Living came out, maybe? Yeah, that really bright yellow one. I felt like that was a little bit too harsh for this, so we stuck with just this light yellow and some browns and bricks. And this flooring that came with Realm of Magic is so pretty. I'm not over it. It's just so gorgeous. And we even put a fence in the backyard, like this really big fence. If you thought this house was too expensive, just delete the fence. It's not necessary. I just liked it. But you could get so much money back just from deleting that fence. So, you know, that's an option. But I have a little pathway heading to the backyard. And we're going to add a gate on the fence as well. I just really wanted it to look super cozy and finished, even though it was a starter home. And I'm just shocked I was able to keep this a starter home, to be honest. But yeah, that's probably the easiest way to get some money back on this house is deleting the fence around it. But we're just doing some more free landscaping, and then we should be heading on inside to paint the walls. I think they end up just being like this cream color for the most part. I didn't go too over the top. I also brought the brick inside in a couple different places to help break up the beige because it was a little much, and I feel like just adding a couple of different colored walls or some exposed brick really makes a place look more interesting, and it kind of hides the fact that maybe there's not as many decorations or artwork. I feel like it decorates a place real quick and real nice. But anyway, I thought about using the new stove and fridge that came with this pack, but they were so expensive. There was no way I was going to be able to afford those in a starter home. So we went with the cheap appliances from Base Game, and then we also have the same counters here in the bathroom. I was glad we were able to use those because they're very expensive as well, but I thought they still were able to fit into the budget. I wanted this to look like it was mostly using Realm of Magic, but we had to cut a couple of corners here and there with the appliances in the kitchen and the bed, but we were able to get a cauldron out back, and we got to use the countertops and lots of the new objects in general, so I was pretty happy with that. But we used this Base Game bed in this yellow swatch. We brought in a lot of yellow, and of course we have to hang up these herbs in the kitchen and have this lovely crystal on the bedside table and then the dresser over here. I just thought this worked out so well, and I did play test to make sure you could get into both sides of the bed. It worked completely fine. And then I was like, should I use this? I was like, no, we're going to just have a big comfy sofa in this green color. I thought it worked out really nicely. And then a green rug. I've just been loving green lately in my builds, and I don't know what it is, but there's been a lot of green, so there'll probably be more. This has a lot of green and yellow because, yeah, that's what the windows are, so that makes sense. But it was really fun to do. And yeah, we're just adding those brick accents I had mentioned around the build to try and make it pop a little bit more, give it a little bit more visual interest, and that's pretty much it, I think. Is there anything we didn't do yet? Oh, I'm adding brooms by the door so you can clean up and go flying around. Oh, and of course, the mailbox and the cauldron that I hadn't added yet, and a trash can. I'm just like figuring out how much money we have left and trying to make sure we have absolutely everything we need. But anyway, this is on the, oh gosh, I can't read it. The name of the lot it's on is in the top left corner. It'll be clearer for you guys to see. It's just in editing. It's hard to see. But we're coming to the end of the video. I hope you guys did enjoy this build. If you did, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications so you'll be notified of every single time I upload a new video. And if you'd like to keep in contact with me and other people in the community, especially over the weekends, you can see a link down below to join our Discord server. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.